Presence is a skill. And I learned this yesterday because I had one hell of a day. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Also, I'm standing literally right here, so I have to be very focused and present so that way nothing nothing happens. All right, yesterday I finished work. It was a little slow, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a workout in real quick. And so I went to the gym, got a quick little back day in, and then I get in my car, I turn the ignition, and silence. I just hear a click. And not like click, 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 like my battery's starting to work, but a click as in, oh man, I think that might be my starter. And so I ask somebody at the gym for a jump. They give me a jump start. Nothing happens. Still can't work it. So call my mechanic, and he's like, hey, yeah, you can tow it here, and then we can take a look at it sometime this week. So it's like the day started off so efficient. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a workout in at the gym, and it's gonna be an efficient day because I'm gonna get my workout in early, and then I have the whole day to like edit and like record and work on thumbnails and all this stuff. But life had other plans, and that's the thing that you have to keep in mind. You know, life is always gonna have its own plans. It's up to you to just accept things the way they are. And so I call a tow truck, and they said it's going to get here between 5 and 6, and I've finished my workout by like 3:30 at this point, maybe 4 o'clock. And so kind of waiting around, chilling, making the most of it. Luckily, I was at Lifetime when the car trouble happened, so I had a lot of time to kill. I got some sunlight, I got in the sauna for a little bit, I did some more stretching, and then the tow truck came, we loaded the truck up, and then sitting through traffic. All this to say, like me 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago would probably have just been super annoyed by the whole thing and the fact that I'd had to deal with all this. But me today, I was like, or yesterday technically, I was like, dude, it's just life, bro. Like these things just happen, and we just have to accept them as they are, right? I mean, you got car trouble, you just got to accept it. You're dealing with like an injury, you just kind of got to deal with it. Like it's just time. Like time is the only constant in that situation, but you can make the most of it, right? So when I was at the gym, I was like talking to the people at the front desk. We were having a good time, and then I did some work on my phone. I got some more stretching in. Like I said, I went to the sauna, all that stuff, and then I just laying out in the sun, and I was just like breathing, and I was like, wow, this isn't actually that bad of a situation. It's just a very like, it just sucks that the situation's happening, but it's actually not bad. And that's just a piece of advice I want you to carry with you whenever you're dealing with something. It's like what's like what's actually wrong, And then tow truck came. The driver was pretty cool, so we just chopped it up in the truck a lot. I mean, and it was like rush hour traffic, so it was really busy. So we're chatting, chopping it up, and then get to the mechanic, and then the mechanic's like, hey, I would offer you a ride home, but I'm not leaving here until 8:30, and it's like 6 at that point. So I'm like, okay, well, there's a Central Market across the street. Let me go get groceries, and I'll call an Uber. And I ended up calling my mom and was like, hey, are you doing anything right now? And she's like, no. I was like, cool. Can you pick me up from the grocery store real quick? So I got groceries for like the next few days because I knew I wouldn't have a car. And then my mom picked me up and then dropped me home, man. And overall, like the entire day, I'm like the entire evening, I'm like smiling. I'm talking to people in the gym, I'm talking to people in the grocery store, cashier, butcher. Like I'm just having a very social day. And it's like a lot of people, when they have situations happen to them, they let their situation dictate how they feel. But instead of doing that, you can literally just choose to have a specifically good day without letting your situation overrun your mood. Like you get to choose your own feelings. You get to choose how you feel about a certain situation, which is probably one of the greatest things ever. Like imagine if you just felt shitty and you just felt like bummy all the time because of what happened in life. I mean, it doesn't seem, it is not a great worldview to live your life that way. I would walk backwards, but I'm not going to risk walking backwards on this tiny ledge. So yeah, so it's like the worldview of, hey, I'm just going to stay present in this moment and let things happen as they happen. That's the winner's mindset right there. I don't think you guys understand. And a lot of people don't understand that because they'll just let their surroundings, they'll let circumstance dictate their attitude, but it's the opposite. Your attitude determines, your attitude dictates your surroundings. So going back to just like being present, I think all of this, the reason I didn't think of it as in like, oh man, I'm wasting so much time, all this stuff. It was kind of like, okay, well, this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, but in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this ride from that the tow truck driver was giving me, because like the dude's a funny ass guy. We were connecting on some stuff. Get to the grocery store. I was like, all right, well, look, I gotta wait 30 minutes for someone to pick me up anyway. Might as well enjoy this grocery store time. And the first time a situation like this happens to you, it's not going to be this pleasant unless you have trained your brain for it to be. But it's not going to be pleasant like this. You're going to have to kind of go through multiple of these situations with your car being stranded on the side of the road, an injury that you have to like recover from at home, or I mean, yeah, like this, your car died, even your car battery dying, and you having to get a jump, right? It's just like all these times sitting in traffic, like there's going to be a lot of times in your life when you're just kind of sitting and not like nothing is happening, right? You just have to wait for time to pass, and it's those key moments that determine how strong your sense of presence is. It's those moments where you just sit down, take a deep breath, and just let things happen and accept things the way they are, and don't wish them to be a way that you want them to be, I mean, do I wish I had my car? Yes, but otherwise I wouldn't have been able to make this video until probably way later, until something else happened that challenged my presence. So just remember, guys, it's a skill. It's something that you hone. It's something that gets better over time, and it's something that you can learn from. I mean, anytime you have to deal with a situation where you have your patience is tested, think about it as, oh, I'm testing. This is a test of my presence, and I'm honing my skill of presence, and it's gonna get better. So that's I think that's my biggest piece of advice for if you're ever dealing with something, and like to keep dealing with it and whatnot. But man, the sunlight's solid right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this walk. Stay pretty present, and I got groceries in the fridge. I got a good job that I work from home at. I got great parents, bro. Life is good, dog. Bro, look at this. It's sunny outside. I don't know how many more days of sun we'll have, but yeah. I mean, that's all I got to say on that subject, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.